Overpopulation occurs when the human population grows to a level that exceeds the ecological setting's carrying capacity. People may outnumber available vital supplies for several in an overcrowded environment, such as transportation, water, housing, food, or social facilities. This frequently contributes to environmental degradation, a decline in quality of life, or even population breakup. According to a government paper, the Philippines' fast-growing population makes it more vulnerable to climate change. The Philippines has a population of 92 million people and is expanding at a rate of 1.9% per year. The country has lately split from 12th to 3rd in the world in terms of climate change vulnerability. The numerous number of people in their migration pattern has resulted in overcrowding, waste, and housing issue, pollution, and encroachment on upland, forest, and watershed, resulting in degradation and as a result, major reduction in carbon sinks. The report's author wrote, the Philippines has a population of 13 million people in 1970. Although population growth has slowed since then, the country's population is still predicted to double in the next 30 years. The causes of overpopulation. More than 7.8 billion people live on the planet today. According to the United Nations, the world's population would reach 10.8 billion by 2100, assuming stable fertility reduction in many countries. Surprisingly, if additional progress is made in women's reproduction, self-determination and fertility declines more than the United Nations estimates. The population in 2100 might be 7.3 billion people, according to World-to-Meters elaboration of the most recent United Nations data. The Philippines current. The population is 112,245,459 as of Monday, May 2, 2022. For the time being, the world population continues to grow at a rapid rate, about 80 million people per year. And our non-renewable resources are running out. Polymortality rates to underuse contraception and a lack of educational progress are all factors that contributes to these unsustainable trends.
The effect of overpopulation.
Overpopulation is linked to a variety of detrimental environmental and economic consequences, including over-farming, while many great measures are being done to improve human sustainability on our planet. The challenge of having too many people has made finding long-term solutions more difficult. Environmental degradation. The population of the Philippines is growing faster than the neighboring Indonesia and Vietnam. According to the World Bank figures, however, it is slower than many African countries, with growth rates exceeding 3% in 2013. Population expansion not only increased the country's susceptibility, but it also increased emissions. As the population and economy rose, so did energy consumption, transportation, use in industrial activity, and oil production and service sectors, according to the study.
Increasing agricultural base to feed a burgeoning global population has its own set of challenges. More food is required as a global population grows. Such solution could be implemented through more intense farming or deforestation to develop new farmland, both of which have negative consequences. Agriculture is responsible for over 80% of global deforestation.
Do you know that there are 5 possible solutions we can do about overpopulation? First is empower women. According to studies, women who have access to reproductive health care are more likely to work, and those who work are more likely to take birth control. The United Nations Population Fund attempts to address these concerns simultaneously by implementing microcredit programs that empower young women to become reproductive health activists. The second is promote family planning. Simple contraception education for men and women can have a significant impact. Iran's fertility rate plumbed into 5.6 births per woman to 2.6 in a decade after the country implemented nationwide family planning program in 1989. In just 5 years, a comparable campaign in Rwanda witnessed a threefold increase in contraception use. We knew that Filipinos are lack of knowledge about family planning, that's why we can focus on this plan. The third is make education entertaining. To reach women, the Population Media Center in the United States became inventive. Its radio soap operas addressing reproductive difficulties have been listened by as many as 500 million individuals in 50 countries. Tuning in was reportedly by 60% of Ethiopian women seeking reproductive health treatments. Second to the last, government incentives. Population Matters, a UK NGO, believes that the senior government person should be in charge of population-related concerns. They advocate for governments to promote responsible parenting and argue that subsidies should be limited to the first 2 children unless the family is poor. And the last, one-child legislation. During China's high controversial one-child policy, fertility fell from 6 births per woman in 1960s to 1.5 in 2014. However, Amnesty International reports that the policy led to coerced or forced abortion and sterilizations. It also disrupted traditional support structures for the elderly and led to a gender imbalance.
To bring about destruction by overcrowding, mass intervention, anarchy, the destruction of most cherished values. There is no need to do anything. We need only do nothing except what comes naturally and breathe and how easy it's to do nothing.
And this is from Isaac Asimov. Ikaw ang gumawa ng kapalaran para sa hinaharap ng kabataan. Magsilbing aral ang naging nangyari at karanasan na iyong nasubukan.